so blend in with my sofa right now. Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I've got something a little bit different. I thought I would do my favourite cheap makeup brushes. Basically I love a good bargain, as you can see from all my Primark videos, and I'm always on a hunt for something good and cheap, and basically I try so many different things all the time. So I've come up with like my favourite brushes that I've picked up from really random places, because I generally don't want to go spend like £20 on a single brush. I quite like the idea of the Zoeva ones, I really want to get them someday, but generally I just pick one up from various places every time I go out and try it, and a lot of them have made it into my everyday routine, so I thought I'd show you the best ones. So if you, like me, don't want to go spend £20 on a brush, you can find some that work just as good. So I have quite a range here, from Poundland to Primark to Wilko to eBay. Where are the eBay ones gone? Bear with me a second. So yeah, I've managed to find one to do most things on my face that costs practically nothing. So I thought I'd just show you my favourite brushes. The first brush I have is this brush, which looks exactly like the Real Techniques one, but this one was from Wilko, and it's just the one I use every day for my powder brush. I've honestly got like more expensive ones than this, and this is the one I always use because it's honestly the best. This is honestly my favourite. I just always use this. I think it was like a £5. I don't think it was more than that. I can't remember because it has been a very long time, but this is such a good powder brush. Next up, I have a couple of Poundland purchases. These are a bit grubby, but I guess that kind of just shows that I'm not lying, that I use them all the time. But the first one is this one. Obviously it was £1, it was from Poundland, and I use this one all the time for my bronzer, sometimes my contour as well, and it's like a nice slanted brush, and it is so soft, you wouldn't have expected it. I picked it up thinking it would be the crappiest brush. Usually when you get really cheap brushes from places like that, they're kind of too like synthetic and they just don't really do anything. But this I really love. I use this all the time. I've got other brushes that do the same job, but this is the one I use the most. So yeah, this again, Poundland. Next up I have another Poundland one, and this is just a sponge but on the top of a stick. I don't use this one all the time. I've got another one I'm going to show you which I use more, but I do still use this quite a lot, as you can tell. I would use this to kind of blend in my foundation. It's got a good shape to be able to get in around your nose and like your chin. This one's also quite good for doing your concealer because it's a lot smaller than a lot of the beauty blenders, so you can kind of like push your concealer in under your eye with this, and again £1, so it's such a good one to go get. Sticking with the sponges, again I have this one. This looks gross right now, but this is my beauty blender that I got from Primark. It was in like, I think my first ever Primark haul. I still use this, I think it's really good. This one's a lot firmer than the Poundland one, which I kind of like. It kind of like drags, I don't think that's the right word, but like distributes your foundation really well over your face. So yeah, this was I think £1.50. I'm pretty sure they still have it in Primark as well, but yeah, a really good cheap alternative to buying a real beauty blender. Next up from Primark I have this brush, and this out of all of them is my favourite brush. It looks crap, I'm not gonna lie. I picked it up and I don't know really what I was expecting from it. The bristles are very stiff, very plasticky. So they actually might be quite a good one for concealer because you don't want too much of a fluffy brush for that, but it's this end that I use the most. I use this one for my eyebrows every single day. I've never found a better brush. I actually lost this for like 2 months. I left it at one of my friends' houses and my eyebrows just looked horrible that whole 2 months. So when I finally managed to find this at my friend's house, I was so happy. I think this was literally £1, maybe £2, but there's been no better brush for my eyebrows than this. Next up I have a bunch that I got from eBay. I think there's actually 5 in the set, but I've lost one. This one I don't really use. This is crap. I don't use this for anything. But these 3 are really good. I alternate what I kind of use them for. They're good for blending in concealer, but the main thing I use these for are like contour and highlight and blush. I know they're really small, but they've got like good shapes on them. Like this one's got this really flat slanted edge, so I always use this to do my highlight across my cheeks and around my brow, down my nose, and on, you know, all the places highlight goes. So I really like using this. Just broke it. For this one is a bit more rounded, so I would use this to kind of put blusher on my cheeks and kind of blend it out if I'm trying to be really precise with where I want it, or I don't want to wear too much. This is that one. And this one's really flat on top and just kind of very angled, and this is really good for getting a good sharp line on your contour. Again, these were from eBay. I think they cost me a couple of pounds. I'll link them down below if I can find them still, but they do everything that I need them to do. So yeah, these are great cheap alternatives. Next up, I have a brush that I got from SheInside, and it is this one. I initially bought it because I thought it would be quite good for foundation because it's got quite a flat, large surface and it's slanted, so it'd get kind of in all the places you want it to. But I've actually used this more to kind of blend in my contour and highlight and everything on my cheeks because it's really, 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 really soft and fluffy. I didn't expect it to be this soft, but at the same time it's quite stiff. So it's really quite good for when you're trying to blend everything in on your cheeks. So this I think was £2 maybe, I think maybe less. I'll link everything down below if I can find it. I can't really link the Poundland stuff, but all the Primark stuff. Okay, I won't link anything down below. But yeah, this is just a really good brush for blending. It looks quite nice as well with the kind of wooden bottom, and I use this a lot. So yeah, another good cheap brush. But yeah, I hope you liked this video. It's a little bit different, but I know that a lot of people that watch me are a lot younger and maybe don't have the money to be spending on brushes, so I hope this helped you out. Thank you so much for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you're not already, and I will be back with another video next week. Bye!